88.5 Sofa FM of 5 minutes after the hour of 10 a.m. in Sofa Solution, of course, the Eastern Caribbean. Good morning, good morning, good morning. I'm really excited to be here today inside another edition of House Guests. And of course, with me is that special individual from SCSS, our science coordinator, Mr. Limuel Theodille. I hope I have it right. And of course, I want to reach out to our online viewers as well. Good morning. And those of you locked on via frequency, it's a beautiful Thursday, and we're here to actually inform you of what's happening, or should I say, what commenced yesterday at the bus terminal. But first of all, let's have the gentleman introduce themselves. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, good morning. It's a blessing to be here today. And I am Sedran Theodille, Science Coordinator of District 8. And again, it's a blessing to be here today.
It is a blessing, definitely so. Okay, well, you will get more information as the discussion actually unfolds. First and foremost, let's not delve into the nitty-gritties, but share with us biography.
Yeah, a little bit about us. And let me say us, because we are Association of District 8 in charge of the science of all the schools. So from Forsejak to Lesita to Buto. And as far as countries, we coordinate how science is being done, any questions for teachers. And we love to interact with the young minds, especially growing them up in science for the secondary school and for life in general.
Definitely. And of course, when you hear of science, you think of creativity, you think of innovation, you think of mind blowing, putting, designing different pieces, actually, like a greenhouse, if I'm correct as well, like maybe even a rain stopper to an extent, things of that nature. But tell us more about it. When you hear of District 8 Science Fair, what comes to mind?
There has been so much, and there is so much. Even let me not just get into today too much, but there has been so much already. Buto had a wonderful project of Birds of Buto, counting the migratory species of birds passing through Buto, the birds currently in Buto, for boosting again our tourism, boosting again the students' knowledge of the environment, and boosting just knowledge in general. Lizetta always had skin cream. About sulfur skin cream, different types of skin cream, right? So these schools has been consistently performing and improving not just the name of the school, but our society. But let's talk about a little bit of today on what is going on in science fair this year. So we had a wonderful project from Forsejak, and I know you'll love this. I know you will love this. This project is about pancakes. But get what type of pancakes? Soursop pancakes. Yeah, with soursop syrup. And they give the entire recipe. So if you go to the bus terminal right now, you could see at Forsejak display a premix of soursop pancake that you can just mix with eggs, mix with water, and make your cupcakes, make your pancakes. My bad. So we're seeing these amazing things going on from our science fair. What about super comprehensive with the eco shield, making note that our rivers are suffering these days, and we know that. But our government's actually helping. We have a new initiative of government helping farmers with pigments along the river, giving them biodigesters or helping them build biodigesters. Are these reducing the amount of pollution going into our rivers? This study that the students did went to different rivers around Soufrière, checking the coliform or the amount of waste going into the rivers and seeing how clean our rivers is. And that is amazing. And I am truly proud of our students. I never even thought the students were capable of so much. And there is so much more. For example, super comprehensive again, giving in a light project. What about you having bugs coming into your house? That's a problem for you? The students did an experiment. What type of light will allow less bugs or will reduce the amount of bugs coming into your house? If you go there right now, the students can explain to you in detail that what light temperature would be a white bulb, would be a warm bulb that you could use, and less bugs would enter your house. And I'm sure that you want to know the answer to that question.
Yes, I do.
I will not tell you. I'll not tell you. Yeah? But just a little hint, the yellow, the light, seems the better it is. It attracts much less bulbs, but the students can explain it so much better to you guys. Oh, and Canneries. Canneries Primary had a project. Let me ask you a question. Do you know what's Vevenlachi what?
I know it's a plant.
That's right. That's right. It's a wonderful plant used in our cultural medicine. Canneries Primary came up with a project to see how many to raise awareness for these plants. The Vevenlachi, the Veniver, the Guenabafe, all these plants, how it is used in medicine, and see if you could correctly identify which plant. They even have a game that you could take the names of the different plants and try to match it up with the plants they already stuck on their board. I'm telling you, great things, great things. And there is even more in our district. Yeah?
Wow. If I were maybe just to interrupt you a little, and of course, I'm fascinated hearing of those different creative pieces being put together. And I think it calls for public support as well. Persons definitely need to head over to the bus terminal, see it for yourself. Do not just sit and take it all with a grain of salt, definitely.
That's right.
And we know with such projects comes, a lot of tedious work behind the scenes actually putting it together. So can you share with us as to the preparation in terms of the start time to really get those projects on the ground for exhibition?
That is such a difficult question, such an inspirational question to answer as well. We thank the teachers so much. You send your child to schools around District 8, not just for knowledge, but for an experience. And I will say that again. You send your child to a school in District 8, not just for knowledge, but for an experience. And the teachers give them such an experience. We sometimes start, well, Buto started their project last year in April. So this has been a project a year going on, and different schools way into the year. And we know that this is a tough term. This is a tough year with sports going on, and teachers been very occupied, but yet still taking the time to give our students such an in-depth knowledge of our environment. So we're looking at start times from months in advance, years in advance for these projects to happen, and preparation, sometimes sleepless nights with our teachers and with our students. We had a project that the students had to actually do the experiment in the night. So we had to get the parents' permission, everything. That's how serious we are this year. And hopefully we'll continue to be this serious, this passionate, and this loving to our students, to SUFRA in general. Because your best interest is at heart, and we care about our generation coming up.
And of course, sitting right here with you, joining in this dialogue, I can actually feel the passion that you have actually to really seeing those projects come to fruition as well. Share with us a bit of the challenge you may have had on an individual base.
Um,
That's
it,
a deep breath there.
it is a deep breath. But I often say the challenges are overshadowed by the greatness of our students. But I'll still say some of the challenges, like such as time constraints. SBS coming along, working with students to get the curriculum done in the school, as well as these extracurricular activities. It is always a challenge. You have to balance your home life, your work life. What do you do outside of, well, your job, and what do you do in it? These are all difficult things, and I don't think only I experience these things, but it's a collaborative, well, disdain from everybody, that it is difficult to balance everything, not just with us teachers, not just with us coordinators, but everyone in general. But again, if you really love something and you're passionate about it, you may be stopped in some ways, but it's very hard to stop you. We also want to mention that the district office with the Miss Joel Scheimer helping the district a lot in everything, helping the coordinators, helping set up everything, that it is actually done and the students get an opportunity to showcase, because greatness is there. But how do we see the greatness? And do we even see the greatness? That is the question.
And I'm happy you actually speaking about do we see the greatness. Here I am to ask you, how is it played out in terms of judging and recognition as well? How are those projects being judged, or even speak to the criteria as well, especially when blood, sweat, and tears go into those?
Wonderful, wonderful. So our projects will actually be judged today. So to the event yesterday and today, our judges are members from fisheries, members from environmental health, and also members from CUMDU, which is the curriculum officers that plan the curriculum for the island. And when they receive the success today, they will actually graduate to the National Science Fair, and that will be happening on the 24th of March this month. And they will go to Castries to actually take part in that national science fair. We have has very much success. Anyone remembers algas seaweed? That's
Yes.
actually a project that stemmed from our national science fair. Right, so a lot of these projects actually go on to the next level. So hopefully this is an opportunity, a starting block for the students to actually take their ideas to the next opportunity. And I'm saying that to the public, please support as much as possible. Who knows, Force Jack might be selling their pancake premix at Massey, and we will have to support them.
I agree with you as well. For those of you who are just joining us here 15 minutes after the hour, interestingly, our science coordinator is here with us and just providing an insight. We have to Sheldon Lionel. Good morning to you. And of course, Phil 3 that I may just read out his concerns or maybe just a comment if need be. How about crawling bug and insects, witches, centipedes, spiders, ants? Have you studied and discovered any natural remedies? Also, are you part of a school curriculum or private? How do you get funding?
These questions take me. But we do not get funding. We have tried to, but most of our funding comes from the school, the pockets of teachers, of coordinators, of the students' parents who help. But funding has always been a challenge for us. And if you are willing to help us out, we accept it, and we'll take everything. We can take the dollar, the $5, the $2,000. We take all. And I love that he mentioned all these other ideas because we was looking for ideas. What does our community need? What are the problems of our community? Because every great idea starts with a problem. What is the need? And I will fix your need, right? So that is an interesting idea. I guess next year we can work on how do we, this year we focus on flying insects with light. Hopefully next year we can focus on crawling insects and centipedes. And someone mentioned to me yesterday that they want to get the geckos out of their house. So we might come up with a remedy for you as well. So
Thank you so much for that. Interestingly, you always hit the nail on the head. We're looking at community, and of course, community impact is also important. What could you share with us based on the premiere, I would say, yesterday at the bus terminal? Was it met? Tell us about the attendance of that as well.
oh, you're wonderful. It was more than I expected. We saw the fire service stopping by and looking at the projects, and we thank you guys so much because they not only stopped by and look at one project, but they stayed throughout. We had members from the community, from the PMA office, from fisheries, from the postal office, from the bank and the credit union stopping by and taking a look at our project, supporting the students, the parents as well. And the best thing, they gave us criticism. How can we improve our projects? What would they like to see? And they asked the students some really interesting questions like, were you actually there? How did the experiment go? What did you find? What are the challenges that you got from these projects? So we thank the community of Sufre for actually being there with us and supporting us through this event. I feel like Sufre is a big mother holding this baby of science and well carrying us to the next level.
Thank you so much for that. I am very privileged again to have you here in our midst and providing this wealth of information. In your humble opinion, how do you think, or do you really believe, like hosting the science fair in a public place like the bus terminal? Does it have its advantages and disadvantages? I'm seeing a huge smile. Definitely, there's a lot to say on that.
Yeah, there is we have had as association a lot of discussion on that. In the past we have had it at the St. Isidore's Hall and the bus terminal. We have thought of having it on the square as well, in the super primary school, but we want as much as possible for everyone to see what the students is doing and how it impacts the community. The challenges we had was yesterday it rained and projects got wet, projects got blown away, but we still want it to be seen. And that is our primary objective, that we want to showcase the spirit of our students and the love from the community. We want to give a chance that everybody, not just those in suit and tie, but everybody gets a chance to look at the projects, gets a chance to give ideas and get a chance to actually critique the projects. Because criticism, we enjoy it, right? We scientists, we love to say, hey, that doesn't work. How do I fix that? But in the future, it is uncertain whether we'll continue there, but hopefully we do. And we would love the support wherever we go.
Nice. Again, could you put that out there, the encouragement in terms of encouraging the public or persons to really come out, reminding them again that yes, the science fair started yesterday, it is on today, and they have that opportunity to actually go and see the various displays, the various schools as well, each one tell one.
That's right. I am Sedran Theodille, and I am telling you today to visit our District 8 Science Fair. It is amazing. You will not be disappointed. You will be amazed. Again, you could always give your ideas. If you have an issue at your home that you find that you're not getting enough water pressure, that the water you're getting is a bit, it doesn't taste right, it doesn't do something, right? You don't like to see the way our rivers are. The something in the sky doesn't sit right with you. It's not bird too often, right? You can always tell us that, and we can do more research in it. This is your opportunity to be part of something great, something amazing, something which only happens once a year. This is your time this year to support us at District 8.
Great. With me asking, what role does SCSS play in strengthening science education within District 8?
We try our best. We have been trying. Again, I will always say the best is never enough because there's always more that you could do. We have over the years visited many of the schools doing science experiments with the students. So every year we try to go to at least two of the primary schools to do science experiments with the students, and it has been working. It has been working not just only for the primary schools, but we are making stronger science minds for the secondary school. This year, the Form 5 that are currently here, the science was the most picked stream, and that in my years of being in education has never happened before, right? This Form 5 set has been the most picked stream of science. Regrettably, it has been off and on, but it's amazing. I think our contribution to the primary schools, visiting the primary schools, helping the students get a better knowledge of concepts like pH, which is whether something is acidic or basic, and how it affects your body, how it affects your blood, is really helping us in the secondary school and helping them in real life. Because you might think like, what, a child doesn't need to know that, but until you reach in a situation that this knowledge is really applicable to you, you never know. So we hope that we can continue as a secondary school, the only secondary school in District 8, keep supporting our sister primary schools as we achieve success together.
Definitely. We have Sheldon with another question, if I may. Did you guys study the seaweed problem? Any solutions?
Oh, this Sheldon guy. I love you, Sheldon. Not as yet. We have not studied the seaweed problem here, but that is a good idea. And you can always share your thoughts on what we could do with it. I don't think there's a preventative measure because we cannot control the ocean or tides, but I think there is amazing things. The world has been using seaweed for fuel, seaweed for blocks, as in construction material. So I think there's a great range of things we can do with it. We open to ideas and especially funding. We open to funding as well. I will say that again. We open to funding as well. But it's a good idea, and it's something that we could work on. I will not say I'm promising that, but you may take my word for it. Yeah.
Okay. What do you, I mean, sitting ahead today, what do you really envision for SCSS and your role as the science coordinator?
Wow. Uh, these questions are coming in. I think it is a wonderful thing. In terms of science itself, I would say that science itself is wonderful. I may be biased because I am science coordinator and I love science, but science is our most important subject of everything because everything that works around us is science. I expect the school to do much better, improve more in terms of just a side note that District 8 also came second in the primary national primary science quiz and also came second in the secondary science quiz. So we came second in both national categories of secondary and primary this year. So we're on a roll this year and we're doing great things. As a secondary school, I think we can, and again, your best is never enough because you always can do better. But I think we will continue to perform. We're working on a very special project this year. I will not say it yet because you have to keep the suspense up. But we're working on a very interesting project
Can
for
you just give a
farmers.
hint?
It has something to do with a very special plant that only fruits in the December time, and we're trying to make it bear fruit in July. So a plant that only has flowers in December, but we try and make it have flowers and actually produce fruit in July. So these plants can be a year-round crop and not just only once a year. And just a little hint again, it's kind of reddish, and we love it during Christmas.
Oh yes, sorry.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say much. I'm not gonna say much, right?
That am I right?
I'm not gonna say that either.
I know
But
it's sorrel.
but we're really hoping that this project comes up and we continue to do even better in the upcoming years. I might not always be here, but the spirit of science will always be with us, and it will drive us to great things.
To date, would you agree or feel free to disagree as well that you're seeing a record amount of numbers, especially picking students' interest as far as science is concerned? You think that it is an area where most gravitate to, or you see a declining factor as well?
It's a very interesting statistic because I love male people, and I always try to push our boys as much as possible. We get less interest with our boys at sometimes, and we are actively trying to get our males more involved, trying to think of more practical projects of building things to get our boys more involved. There, I don't see that there is necessarily a decrease in science, but I really hope that the students see the greatness of it, because it's not always AI will help you solve all problems, right? But sometimes you actually have to think through your problems. And yes, AI can do a project for you. AI can tell you how to get to that place, to this place. But can it really better our waters? Can it really change our air quality? These things you have to think through. You have to do the experimentation to actually achieve it. So we are not seeing a decline in the interest in science. We've seen a bit of a peak right now, and we hope to continue that. But we're still trying to get more our male students involved. And big up Foster Jack on this. Foster Jack always have the males representing, and I love them for this. But we're trying all across the board to get our males involved because males are amazing. We love you guys, and we hope to see more of this.
And you have that support. Speaking of meals, how amazing. Sheldon did put question mark, mango breadfruit. And I put a question mark, sorrel. Come on, do not leave us hanging.
I'll leave you hanging some a little more, Sheldon. So hopefully you will be there with us for the entire process. And you, like Bob Marley says, you won't wait in vain for us, but we'll be there to deliver. So just stick with us for a little longer, and you will see.
And of course, by the way, Sheldon, we hope that you have already gone to the bus terminal as well to see for yourself. Do not just take our word for it, but you can actually see the lovely displays as well. And the concerns and questions, of course, you may have, you can put someone to the test. Hopefully, you will be rest assured that you'll get a deserving answer.
Of course, I think majority of students are very well, not the majority, but all students are well prepared to answer the questions. Again, they will part of the projects in from the initiation to the end. So the students are very knowledgeable of you. They might slip up sometimes, but be patient with our students. But I am very confident that you will get all the answers you require from our students.
Yes, and you got this from him. Nice. For persons who are just joining us and of course may have not known, could you tell us the science fair ends when and from what times? From 10 a.m. up until?
So Science Fair 2026 started at March 4th to March 5th. So today is the final day. It started at 10 a.m. and it's going to end at 2 p.m. A bit of a short time, but we need to get our students back to the school. So again, starts at 10 a.m. and ends at 2 p.m. Please be there. Please make your way. You will not be disappointed. We are there for you.
With that being said, what message would you like to send to students who may feel science is difficult or intimidating? At first, I felt like that.
I will say that science is difficult and science is intimidating, but if that stops you, then hey, come on. You got this, yeah? Science is difficult, but difficult things are exciting. Difficult things makes the world go round. If things were not difficult, you would feel bored, right? So on board yourself, get on board with science, and let the train go through. to progress.
Listen,
Nice.
before you close off, I just have to make one thing clear. With science, sometimes my son has put me in the shade because he loves science, and sometimes when he questions me about certain things, I'll be like, "Damn."
Wow.
That's
Yeah, he
okay.
participated last year with the infant school.
Right.
Yeah, they were one of those that made it to the
The national level.
yes. So
Yeah.
he has quite a huge interest in science.
Yeah, definitely. And the beauty
Science
of it.
is fun.
Well, definitely.
Science is fun. I could tell. I ain't too strong there, but every day we as persons we do science and we don't even realize that.
Yes,
You know what I mean? So
it's true.
imagine the kids, partaking in such activities. It's a lot of fun for them.
Yeah,
So they'll always want to be involved.
it's mind blowing as well.
Yes.
So it can be pretty challenging sometimes, especially trying to figure out those projects.
That's
where
that,
it
but
goes
that,
where
even
and
that
how
is
to put
is
less.
fun. Even the challenging part of it is fun because it gives you a lot more to go explore. You know what I mean? So
Well,
Who
that's the
better
beauty
to
of it.
add to that than the coordinator himself?
Again, that's the beauty of it. That's the beauty of it. The a question I love and that we should always, well, not a question, but a response that I don't know.
Mhm.
There are things that I don't know, right? But what stops me from finding out? I don't know today, but I could know tomorrow.
Yes.
I could know in a week in advance. But if I never take the steps to know, I will never know. Science is the understanding of how life works. It's nothing new. Like Solomon says, Brother Solomon, yeah, man. There is nothing new under the sun. But we understanding what is under the sun is science.
Is science.
Science is understanding. Like the Rastaman says, science is an overstanding of the natural things.
Yes. That's why I say we use science every single day.
Which is true. On that note, Buzz, have you been to the bus terminal?
Today, no. But yesterday I ended up passing and I think they stayed later than they were supposed to.
Yeah, we did. Yeah, we did.
What are your thoughts with the displays?
Man, amazing.
What you were most fascinated with?
Every single thing. Because imagine I as a big man, I come around to finding out like, how did you come up with this? You know what I mean? So you have me wondering like, I could do that too.
Wow.
With just research, help from science.
Yeah, definitely. We're encouraging everybody to come through. Yeah, we're encouraging our
try my
hosts
best
to
today.
come as well.
Like I did mention before y'all started, I announced it not knowing that's what he was here for.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? I didn't know. I'm being very honest. I didn't know that's what he was here for.
I mean,
And
it's
just-
the energy. It's the
Yes.
energy, the science energy.
Science.
Which is true. And I'm really happy, Buzz, you were able to just share a little light on that. Again, maybe we get involved every day into something and we're not fully aware of it as well. And even with everything we see around, maybe your thoughts as the coordinator, persons use, well, first of all, did you witness the blood moon?
I almost did. I saw the end of it. Around the 2 to 3 o'clock. I saw the end of it.
Did you, Buzz?
I saw it in the morning. Tuesday morning.
Yeah.
Some persons use, or you can use it to harness clean energy, speak to the universe about your desires, your wish, and other persons use it as well to fly.
That is some real high science there.
Your thoughts on that?
That's some real high science. Yeah, unfortunately, I'm not reached at the level of science yet. Hopefully, one day I will reach a level of science, but this science is too high for my level right now.
Well, your thoughts on the whole, I mean, if the blood moon.
Yeah. The energies are all around. Again, science is the understanding of things around. Probably those individuals have understood something that we have not yet understood. So,
Yes.
of course, we can make some more research
Like
into.
we mentioned earlier on, we could learn that probably tomorrow.
That's right.
Next year.
That's right.
You know what I mean?
Let's not forget the science of the generation that have passed. And again, we love Cannery's Premise Project for that because they actually show the herbs, the medicinal herbs that were used and how they were used, right? So the science of the persons that have gone before, in Creole say science go mamamwe, right? All the things they know, put a shirt on you before you get ipwida. All these things are
Yes.
science. Now we're explaining it. But these are the science of our ancestors.
Wow.
Yeah, man.
Wealth of knowledge, and I must say every day you learn, you unlearn, you relearn. And thank you so much, Mr. Theodille, for being here and sharing that insight with us. What are, should persons, well, admission is definitely free for the science
That's
fair,
right.
so we're asking everybody to go out there and pay homage to that as well. Well put together, and it is absolutely free. And today is the final day up until 2 o'clock to actually go there. I will actually be a testament to that, so I can have a discussion. And maybe I can challenge you when you come back here
No
to
problem at
share
all.
the projects who definitely made it to the national level. You have to come and disseminate that information right here. And I would love for the students themselves to come in and share individually with us how that process actually was for them to actually bring them to that level. How would you like to close your discussion, sir?
I want to say thank you to everyone who already supported. Thank you to every association member from every school. Thank you to the district office. Shout out to again our DO, Michelle Mine, and parents, public, everyone. We welcome everybody. It's not just for the person suit and tie, but it is for everyone. We want you to be there. We want your ideas. You are important. We love you. We love science, and blessed love to all.
Blessed love to you as well. And of course, to all those of you who continue to listen to us religiously, thank you so much. I want to say a special thank you as well to Sheldon, who reached out with his questions, with his concerns, and at the finale of everything, sent his thumbs up. Yes, we agree with you. And Sheldon, for people out of the area, do you have a live stream of the science show?
Sadly, we do not. We do not. That is something we can look into again. In again, technology increasing, science increasing. Hey, why not, right? But that is something we look forward to do in the upcoming years. But for now, we do not. Sadly, we do not.
And your final invitation to the public to come out and support.
I say, come one, come all. We are here at the Old Trafford bus terminal from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Come and support our students. Come and support your community. We are here for you.
Definitely sounds like a nice ad. 88.5 of FM. This is the end of our first part of our house guest edition for today, Thursday, the 5th of March 2026. It's been your pleasure to be here, keeping you company. And of course, in the midst of the science coordinator himself, Mr. Lemuel Theodille. It's almost like a tongue twister. I needed to know if I pronounce your name right. Say Francesa Theodille.
Blessed love. I am Sedran Theodille, and thank you for having me.
And of course, to my moderator as well, thank you so much for pouring in your comments as well. We do appreciate it.
Always a pleasure.
Always keep it locked to your number one station of choice, Sofa FM. We will be back in a few with our second part, the Patents Management Area Office. It's all about our movie night tomorrow. Keep it locked.
You asked for more live and relevant talk shows, and we heard you.